I didn't know what the hell I was doing. This was not good. Not a good showing on my part. I'm leaving with nothing but a bunch of dough and regrets. Hello everyone, Bobby here, and welcome to the second episode of Football Feast, the series where we take a look at each visiting team coming to Norman this season. This week we have one of the most unique items in college football, courtesy of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Husker fans say there is no place like Nebraska. Well, in terms of food items, that's the case. Let me introduce you to the Runza. In the late 1800s, German-Russian immigrants brought what is generally known as the bierok to the Great Plains. This combination of ground beef, cabbage, and onion nestled in a golden yeast roll became a regional specialty in no time. However, it took the next step in 1949 when a small stand opened up in Lincoln, Nebraska, selling bieroks as Runza. This one stand exploded into an 86-location restaurant chain, becoming as Nebraskan as Husker football. Now that we know the history, let's get into the dish, shall we? This might get a little messy. It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get so messy, folks. Okay, so first things first, we did not use our own dough on this, and given how much of a hard time we had with this recipe, that was probably for the best. So we just used some frozen rolls, thawed them out, and kind of here's where our first issue went. We just put them all together and rolled them out. Once you have your dough together, take one head of cabbage, slice it in half, and chop finely, or as fine as you possibly can. Ignore my bad knife skills, I'm doing my best. Then you take a full white onion, chop it up, dice it out. Now that we have our ingredients together, it is time to bring out the meat. Over a medium-high heat, put your meat into your skillet with your onions, and make sure you don't overfill it like I did here very clearly. Way too much meat, way too much onion. Things got a little messy here, so make sure to ration it out a little bit. Yeah, if you end up doing that, just grab a pan, put it in for overflow. Yeah, it'll survive. Once your beef and onions have started to brown, add the cabbage. Mix it all up in there, and add a little bit of seasoning. Actually, add a lot of seasoning. Mine turned out a little bit bland, so add a little bit more to it. But once everything's in there, let it cook for just a little bit longer. Once finished cooking, add into a large glass bowl where your filling can cool. Now, let's get our dough ready, and yeah, this is where things started to get really messy, so I'm just gonna cut to the audio of... It busted. We have issues. If I can figure out how to do it. I don't know what to do with this. Sincerely do not know what to do with this. But I attempted to make Runza and it blew up. The hubris of man. Ah, yes, Bobby. Make a cooking show, I said. It'll be What is this shit even? It's just a botched mess. After inevitably failing your first Runza, start with the second. Add a little less filling this time, a little bit of a thinner sheet, and make sure to strategically fold so that your Runza does not press too much up against the dough. Get it nice and tight. Look at that. That's a beautiful Runza right there. Just say magnifique. Now that we're on a roll, make a second Runza and place the two into a 350-degree oven for about 17 minutes or until golden brown. At this moment, you realize, oh no, this dough was way too much dough, and these are basically just big calzones. And, yeah, the disappointment is palpable. What can I say? After taking a brief moment to realize your cooking show is now a comedy show, split that bad boy open, let's get a cross-section. And after some time to rest, it's time to dive in. Okay, here's what went wrong here. Didn't season it enough. Should have added cheese. There is a cheese Runza. There's just too much damn bread. And, that's on me. I gotta be better. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
But, you know, you live and you learn. I'm probably never going to make a Runza again. So at least I'm just going to take my L and move on. But, sorry, Nebraskans. Sorry, the universe of culinary items. Sorry, Thomas. Sorry, Sam, for having to record this. And sorry to you, my dear listeners, or viewers and listeners, for having to watch this. But, you know, hey, we're 1-1. You get back to it. We'll be back and we'll be ready for West Virginia when we take a look at the pepperoni roll.